Yes, we're here in the vault. I'm getting my collection for tonight's show, Let's Talk Invicta. Always a surprise, always the nicest models and great prices. You know, this is where we have our toys. Like kids in a toy store, we are picking the selection and working on the collection for you guys at Let's Talk Invicta. Your favorite watch show every Monday night at 8 o'clock. Yes, we're here in the vault. I'm getting my collection for tonight's show, Let's Talk Invicta. Always a surprise, always the nicest models and great prices. You know, this is where we have our toys. Like kids in a toy store, we are picking the selection and working on the collection for you guys at Let's Talk Invicta. Your favorite watch show every Monday night at 8 o'clock.
Hello, it's Monday night and we are going to start with a new episode of Let's Talk Invicta, your favorite watch show on Instagram. Oh no, today not on Instagram, but on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Twitch. Yes. And please follow us also on TikTok, because when we are having 1,000 followers, we can also broadcast or live stream on TikTok. Hey Wim, how are you doing?
I'm good, Rene. Thank you very much. This is show 135 already, Rene, and I'm really excited because tonight is a little bit a different show.
Okay.
First of all, we have a very important announcement to make. I will come back to that later. But second, as you know, we at Invicta, we introduce more than 4,000 different watches per year and in new colors, new variations. And tonight I'm going to introduce 4 different product families for the European market. Really special. Those watches have not been in our stores yet. We will be introducing them tonight here in Let's Talk Invicta. I'm even able to give you a better pricing for the coming 24 hours since we are live on Let's Talk Invicta. I mean, you guys know that we are all about great watches and great prices. And those watches will be present in our stores in the coming days only. And now, tonight here at Let's Talk Invicta for 24 hours, I'm introducing a fantastic new series. I would say let's start immediately, Rene.
Yeah, but Wim, you told me for the show there is something special about the store. Do you want to announce this now, or do you want to save it for a little bit later on in the show?
No, we can announce it now, Rene. Actually, because I'm really excited about it as well. And as I told you already a couple of times in our previous shows, we will be opening a new store in the Amsterdam style outlets as per October I'm not sure about the exact date yet, but somewhere end of October we will be opening in Amsterdam. But we managed to get a fantastic partnership with the Amsterdam Style Outlets, and we will be present for a week around the Zandvoort Grand Prix. And so we will be present in our unit that we will be having our store in at the end of October. We will be present with JM Korea on Wednesday afternoon. He will be visiting us in our style outlets. He comes to our unit. He will be present to give you signatures. He will talk about our racing watches, the world of Formula 2 racing. Juan Manuel will be present. I will be present as well. The whole team from Invicta Stores Europe will be present in Amsterdam. We will be showing you our Formula 1 car, as we did already in Barcelona a couple of months ago. So it will be a great event starting this Wednesday, 23rd by heart. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Juan Manuel will be coming to our stores, and he will be staying until 7, 8 o'clock at night. We will have a nice DJ. We have a few drinks for you. It will be a great event, and you can get to know the beautiful style outlet in Amsterdam as well.
So, and we prepared a little movie here with the GM. Show it.
JM. I talked to him last week, and he said, Wim, can I make a presentation to show it during the Let's Talk Invicta show? I said, for sure. I'm really happy to have you in our show. So here is Juan Manuel for you. He's welcoming you next Wednesday, the 23rd.
Hey guys, this is JM, and as you all know, next week is the Zandvoort Grand Prix. So I have partnered up with my friends at Invicta, and I'm gonna be doing a meet and greet on Wednesday, August 23rd in the Style Outlet near Amsterdam. And I'll be at the Invicta booth, signing some autographs, taking pictures. So come through, come look at some watches, and get to meet me. Hey guys, this is JM.
Great,
thank you, JM.
Zandvoort Grand Prix.
Really nice.
But you also will be there, eh?
I will be there, and also some of the watches that I'm going to present to you tonight that are actually pre-launches before we get those watches to the stores. And we will present this family in the Amsterdam store as well. So if you want to see the watches up and close that you see in tonight's show, please be welcome this Wednesday until I would say Sunday, Quentin? Yeah, until Sunday we will have the store open. We have special offers for you, and we will introduce great new lines.
And you'll be there. So if you are watching our show and you have certain questions, hey, go to the man directly. And for the women,
I will be there on Wednesday and Thursday. So feel free to visit us. I'm really happy to welcome you and to tell you a little bit more about our watches. And talking about watches, Rene, because that's what Let's Talk Invicta is all about. Let's go to the first watch in the lineup, because I'm really excited to bring you this special model here tonight in the Let's Talk Invicta show. It's from the new series, the new family in our lineup. It's called the Cerberus series, which is actually the name of the three-headed hound of Hades in the Greek mythology. I won't bother you too much with that, but check out this timepiece, guys. This is so special. Not only because of the looks, but also because of the technical solutions we found to get to this final product. Because we are talking about a watch with 3 movements. We have the watch here in front of me. We have 3 movements. With one movement is driving the hour hand. One movement is driving the minute hand. And we have a movement that drives the second hand. So actually 3 movements in one watch, and complete, it builds your Cerberus timepiece. Of course, yes, Rene.
So I see 3 different dials. Is this correct?
Yes, we have 3 different dials in this watch, Rene. I was going to come to that later, but since you bring it up, I'm going to talk about it now. It's made out of abalone, the first, made out of mother of pearl, the second, and made out of carbon fiber, the third. And yes, it's based, the name Cerberus is the 3-headed hound from the Greek mythology, but to me, this watch is connected to the world of car racing as well. Yeah. This looks like a dashboard to me. It could be the dashboard of a car. And we were talking about the case back of this watch before the show, Rene. Check it out, guys. It looks like your aluminum rim on your race car, on your private car as well. But also here, we are so proud to show you that we are dealing with 3 different movements, that we actually build a complete transparent case back. We can even, you see that I put the pointer that I have here. I can even put it into the casing because it's 3-dimensional completely. Also, the side of the casing, very, very special. You see the decoration that we built, the crowns that we integrated into the sides of the casing. The color combination that we have here tonight is the only one that we will be launching now in Europe. There will be a few color combinations more, but this will be in a couple of weeks from now. This is the first introduction. It's model number 44594. The case size is 47 millimeter. I would say quite accessible, even though we're dealing with 3 movements in one watch. I will put the watch around my wrist to show you that it really fits well. 100 meters water resistant, and pricing for tonight is fantastic. The introduction price that I have in mind for you here at Let's Talk Invicta, to keep you within the newest collections at Let's Talk Invicta, I'm going to give you a very special price. For 24 hours, this watch will only be 349 euros. Okay. 349 euros, a watch with 3 movements. A great introduction here at Let's Talk Invicta. And please check out the size of this watch around my wrist today. If I see somebody walking with a watch like this, I want to know what brand it is. It's so special. So completely stainless steel. It's a fantastic combination, if you ask me.
I agree, but is there a special reason, or is it only fashionable and design that it's open between the dials itself?
Well, there's no specific reason. It's just 3 different movements that we built into one watch, and to emphasize the 3 different movements, we separated the movements from each other. There's more watches with, I don't know if you remember the analog digital watches that we had in the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
There were always 2 or 3 movements in the watch, but that was not so, technically was not so difficult. This watch is so well decorated and so well technically engineered that we really are proud to show you the fact that we are dealing with 3 movements in one watch. Yeah, and that's basically the reason. Yes, and of course the 3 eyes. It remembers me of the 3-headed hound of Hades that we had in the Greek mythology many years ago. And Cerberus, that's I think it's a fantastic watch to start the show with tonight.
Absolutely. So it's a very special watch and a very special price. And on YouTube I see a question, and that is the question is: you are only there, or GM is only there, or GM is only there on Wednesday?
He's only there on Wednesday from 3 in the afternoon, because he has to race in Zandvoort, of course.
Yeah, of course.
He's racing in the Formula 2 series, so he starts practicing, and the track walk and everything. The whole preparation starts on Thursday already. So he will be present in our stores, and he has all the time for you guys to talk about racing, to talk about watches, because he loves watches. Yeah. And to talk about the upcoming race in Zandvoort, maybe.
So, and when I want to see this watch real time live, it's also in this pop-up store in Amsterdam.
No, this one will not be in the stores. We only have a couple of pieces that we received to do the launch now here at Let's Talk Invicta, and I expect, honestly speaking, that the ones that we have received, Rene, will sell out before tomorrow night. So this one for sure will not be present. But we have and talking about presence in the store, we move on to the next watch in the lineup. Okay. The next family we will be introducing will for sure be available in our stores, because this watch is directly connected to the world of car racing. I'm introducing tonight, Rene, the S1 Rally, the newest S1 Rally in the Invicta collection, called the Monte Carlo Vintage Series in 2 different color options.
Oh, I like the blue one. But that's
It's a fantastic racing piece. It's a great vintage watch. 45 millimeter, new case size that we typically designed for this particular watch. S1 Rally Monte Carlo, a fantastic color combination. One is the sporty edition with the blue finishing and the sunray dial that we built into it. and the stainless steel, of course. And the one I'm wearing is the matte finished gold tone variation, which is to me one of the most nicest variations that we have here in the show.
Yeah. So,
look at this.
Wim, I saw the on the band, on the strap, I saw these holes.
Yes.
What's the function of this?
That's a good question, Rene, because those holes are remind us
only good questions.
Yes, there's only stupid answers. I agree. So here you see the holes in the band, and those holes remind me of the racing gloves that the race car drivers used to wear in the 60s and the 70s. And this gives immediately the vintage sporty image to the watch, if you ask me. Perfect combination with the dial, the color that we have in the dial as well. And please check out the same edition in matte finished brown and gold tone as well.
Mm-hmm.
As I told you already, this is an early introduction for Europe only. We have 2 color combinations available. Both color combinations will be available in our Amsterdam store on Wednesday as well. And I'm bringing you a very special price for these Monte Carlo editions.
Yeah.
The regular pricing more or less will be 350 euros in our stores, coming up in many different colors. The 2 colors that I introduce here tonight for the European market will be available for you in the coming 24 hours for the fantastic price, and this is a real introduction of 179 euros. I'm talking about a full stainless steel vintage S1 Rally series.
Mm-hmm.
Please check out the stripes and the colors that we use in the dial as well. Those are the stripes that you also saw back then in the 70s and 80s on the racing suit of the race car drivers. It's a perfect combination.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something else, Rene. Even JM didn't see those watches yet. Uh-huh. For sure, he is a race lover, and as a race car driver, he will love those pieces. 179 euros, 2 fantastic color combinations. 44299 is the blue variation. 44300 is the gold tone and brown, the one that I'm wearing here in the studio. And, knowing that I always wear silver tone watches, this is the first time I'm wearing the gold tone and brown, and I love the color combination.
Yeah, I love. It's rose gold.
No, it's yellow gold.
It's yellow
maybe
gold.
Max can zoom a little bit into the watch that I'm wearing here in the studio. I will turn it around to give you a better look and feel. And I think the combination of colors, but also the size is really, really accessible. A very traditional looking racing watch, but in a full new finishing, if you ask me. Yeah. And please also check out the details that we always build into our Invicta watches. Here you see the engraving in the side of the casing as well.
Nice.
Very well done.
You talked about the striping on the side. There's also a nice detail. So a little striping like that on the side of the watch. So we are known for our details in our watches, but this is very beautiful. And I like it that it's square. It's not too no, the wine barrel.
No, it's 100% square. And talking about square, Rene, it's really important to tell you, and it's really hard to do as well. We managed to get this square case into a 100 meters water resistant variation as well. So it's 100 meters water resistant, although we are dealing with a full square case. Mm-hmm. As you can imagine, it's always harder to finish the case correctly and get it water resistance with the corners. But here it worked out perfectly. It's even 100 meters water resistant. This is a watch you can wear almost every day. It's a fantastic timepiece, a beautiful color combination, and a great price for tonight here at Let's Talk Invicta. The first time that this watch has been coming to the European market, 179 euros only.
Price
and it will be available in our stores soon.
All right. And did I saw it correct that there is also special engravement on the back side?
Yeah, we have the S1 Rally engravement, of course. All our watches are not engraved. It's even laser printed even. I will show you, because let me take off the control sticker.
About control, you mentioned a couple of weeks ago that every watch, before it's leaving our factory or works, it is checked on 350 different points?
250 different,
250
200 parameters, yes. Water resistant, shock resistant, endurance, precise, everything you can imagine to have the watch tested has been done in our factory, and we are really proud to tell you because, actually we are building service centers worldwide. We have a beautiful utilized service center in USA, of course, but also here in Europe we built a fantastic service center with our master watch repairer waiting for you for your questions. Also for older and vintage movements, feel free to come back to us, and we are here to follow up and give you your Invicta in the perfect state.
Yeah. So, but you were saying that this watch, it's introduced now. Is this watch for show on Wednesday in?
Yes, this watch will be in our store in Amsterdam on Wednesday to show our customers, because I think this one fits perfectly in the world of racing, the world of our Invicta Virtuosi racing team, the Formula 2 team that we actually partnered up with, but also our ambassador JM Correa will be available for you in our Invicta store, upcoming pop-up store, I must say now, for the coming week. Will be available to you to ask your to answer your questions, to give you a signature, to talk about racing, about watches, about the world of Invicta actually, because he's a watch lover. I told you already a couple of times.
So this event is on Wednesday. It starts on Wednesday, and GM is on Wednesday. But the pop-up is also during Zandvoort. If you are going to the Formula 1 race in Zandvoort, and your wife is going to visit New Amsterdam, then
listen, the store will be open until Sunday night. So we will have the pop-up store live for you until Sunday night, and actually the style outlets is only 15 kilometers away from the racing track. So if you feel like doing something else than watching racing and practicing and qualifying and everything, you're more than welcome to visit our store. Our team is waiting for you. We have the racing watches available. The JM collection for sure will be available to you, and we have some great offers only for the Amsterdam pop-up store available. So.
And the big question, are you on Zandvoort yourself?
No, I don't have time, Rene. It's too busy here. Also, I need to prepare for the Let's Talk Invicta show on Monday. That's right. And also, I will be present for a couple of hours here and there in the pop-up store as well, because we are there to feel and touch with the new audience that we will have in Amsterdam, for sure.
Yeah. And I heard that Eyal is also in Holland?
No, he will not be in the Netherlands. No, he's also he is too busy to get all watches allocated.
There were plans. Yeah, okay.
So
hey,
I'm moving on to the next watch. I'm moving on to the next watch in the lineup, Rene. The next watch we will be introducing tonight here at Let's Talk Invicta is the new collection that we will be launching in our stores. Actually, from upcoming Thursday. It's called the Venom Cobra, and this is a watch with a story, and I will tell you the story. And I told you already a couple of times for another watch as well. We have seen prototypes of those watches already 3 years ago when we were in Miami.
Okay.
And those prototypes, I showed you a couple of those prototypes already in previous shows. Those prototypes are actually 3D printed. So I see the full body of the watch. There's no movement inside yet. I don't see the finishing. And sometimes I think, okay, this is cool. This watch can come out. Honestly speaking, the way this watch was made so complicated and so exceptional, I didn't think it would ever come out. And here I am surprised like crazy that it has come out. It's the Venom Cobra from the Reserve collection, and actually what you see is a fantastic timepiece. You guys out there know immediately that the Venom series are very much connected to snakes and reptiles, and that's why we call this one the Venom Cobra. Please check out the way we finished the band, and we linked the band directly into the casing, because as Rene and I and myself were talking about it already before the show, you actually see that we have several black parts here in the band. Those black parts are not made out of stainless steel. Those black parts are made out of rubber. So we integrated the rubber links into the band to get you this, like scale-like finishing of the watch. A fantastic construction. We are talking, by the way, about reserve collection. As you can see in the engravement here on the side of the casing. For those of you who are new to the show, I will tell you the reserve collection is our highest end series. It's the watches with the greatest finishing, with the best movements, with the most complicated cases. And I think this watch came out fantastic. Venom Cobra 54 millimeter casing, so quite a big watch. And those Venoms are always a little bit rounded, Rene. And the reason we build it like that is because we want those big watches to fit on smaller wrists as well. And I will show you on my wrist later that this watch actually fits like a glove, although we are dealing with 54 millimeters. The crystal, of course, will be Flame Fusion, our patented scratch-proof crystal that we actually have in most of our lineup. But I will tell you one more time what Flame Fusion is all about. Yeah. It's the best of both worlds. We have the sapphire, the hardness of sapphire, and the the hardness of mineral crystal. Okay, it's very strong, the mineral crystal, but it can still scratch. And then we built a sapphire layer. We molded it into the Flame Fusion, and the sapphire takes care of the scratch proofness. So we have the scratch proofness of sapphire with the toughness of mineral crystal. Really important. Yeah. And you know, another specification that fits really well to the Flame Fusion crystal is the fact that you have a very clear view on the dial. It's very clear, our crystal. That's really important, and especially with the Venom series, where we have those concave crystals, you know, those rounded crystals that we built onto the casing to make sure that the water resistance is on the right level as well.
So Wim, you were talking. Okay, sorry. No.
Movement has been especially made for these Venom Cobras. I really love the way the movement looks. The balance and the spring coil is visible from your dial. So once you see the watch working for you, this gives a very relaxing feeling. Let me wind the watch real quick to show you. Wow. If you see the balance in the case back as well, it's a fantastic complication that we have here. This is the stainless steel variation, which is model number 43913, with the open case back as well. Rene, you saw that I just wound the watch by just moving it. It's an automatic timepiece, so immediately you see that the movement is working for you. If you can, yes, thank you, Max. The close-up camera shows you immediately that the balance is working. The spring coil has been wound, and the power reserve with this movement is between 48 and 72 hours, depending on how much you move the watch, of course.
So when you see the watch, it looks a bit like two open hearts, but it's not two open hearts, eh?
No, it's actually, you could mention it two open hearts. An open heart is more like, you know, like a half a skeleton. I would say this is a full skeleton almost. You see the full movement working for you. If you see the case back, you see the rotor. You know, we are really proud to show you the mechanism that we built into this timepiece. 43913 is the stainless steel variation. We have the gold tone variation as well, which is 43918. And for the gold tone variation and the silver tone, we have the same pricing. This reserve Venom Cobra will be introduced here in Europe for the fantastic price of 399 euros. And before I forget, Rene, we didn't mention it this show before. If you're on Facebook or on Instagram, Instagram we're not broadcasting.
Today not. No.
You just type buy Venom and you will get the link sent to you to open. There.
There it is.
So you will be directed immediately into our checkout at Let's Talk Invicta tab on the Invicta Store's website. If you are at home watching from TV, you can move your phone directly to the QR code on the left side of your screen. You will be directed immediately into our Let's Talk Invicta tab on the website as well. So there you will see the full lineup that we will be introducing tonight here at Let's Talk Invicta. This lineup is available now for 24 hours for this special introduction price. So also this Venom Cobra will be available to you for the coming 24 hours for 399 euros only. In two color options. We will be introducing more colors in the coming months in our store, but those will be for the regular pricing. So the introduction price is here at Let's Talk Invicta, and is valid for 24 hours, as you all know.
Yeah. So you were talking about it's a reserve. Eh? You showed it, the engravement on the side. It's reserve. Are there more signs that I can recognize a reserve collection in an Invicta watch?
Well, first of all, you know that we at Invicta are very much into details. So we even in any price range we talk about, you know, great detailing, special movements, and all that. But in the reserve collection, Rene, we build actually the most special movements, the most complicated finishings, the most, you know, handcrafted sandblasting of the casing, the polishing of the band. Everything is really, really much into detail. And if you are into Invicta collections, for sure you will you start recognizing the reserve collections. They're more luxurious, they're more exotic, they're more special. The colors are outstanding, and the finishing it tops it off. I think, and if you have any doubts about the name of the collection, there's always, you know, the engravement in the side of the casing showing you that we are dealing with the reserve collection here.
Very nice. So a beautiful watch, and it's a new Phantom collection. So normally you can recognize the Phantom about some points on the dial, or do I mix up?
You're mixing up the Sub-Aqua with the
the Sub-Aqua,
The Sub-Aqua always has the amount of studs in the bezel show you which series you're dealing with. This is not the case in the Venom series, but I can guarantee you, for sure you will recognize, this is the newest series, and it's called the Venom Cobra. The name is also, by the way, in the case back, and not on the case back, but in the case back, because we actually printed the name of the watch on the inside of the crystal.
Okay.
So here is the Cobra logo. Yes, Max, perfect.
Yes.
You see the Cobra logo here in the case. Really, really special. And you also see the transparency. Yeah. If I put my finger here in front of the watch, you actually see through. Nice. Really, really nice.
Nice details. So, Wim, there's a question coming in on YouTube from Art. And he asked if it is possible also to buy in the US. And if not, why not?
Well, you cannot buy from the Invicta stores in USA because we, as Invicta Stores Europe, are running the European market, and Invicta Stores USA is running the US market, obviously. And we happen to sometimes, most of the collections are integrated. So what you see on the Invicta stores in US, you will also find in the collection in our stores or on our website, invictastores.eu. And sometimes we have special series that we bring only for Europe or for USA as well. For that reason, we actually separate those two collections from each other. Another reason is also that, you know, there's many custom regulations out of USA, but also into Europe that sometimes is not so good for the customer satisfaction. So for that reason, we decided to bring the European market from Europe and the US market from US. That's the reason. And sometimes we launch first and they follow, and sometimes they launch first and we follow. And especially, you know, having this question, this brings me immediately to the next watch in our series. It's actually the last family that I will be introducing tonight here at Let's Talk Invicta. This is a series that we will be bringing in two different sizes. And we in Europe decided to only opt for the smaller size of the watch. We will be introducing the Reserve Aquila series. I have 4 different beautiful colors for you. The Reserve Aquila series in the new size that we will be bringing and introducing here in Europe in the 50mm variation, whereas this watch will be introduced in USA in the 58mm variation.
Okay.
So we decided for Europe to bring it in the 50mm, which is to me a fantastic accessible size, and I'm bringing this watch in 4 different fantastic colors. I will try to move the watches a little bit, and Quentin sent you a beautiful movie about it as well, Rene, where you can see that once the watch are turning in the light, that we are dealing with a very, very delicate mirror dial, as we call it. It's
polish,
a great color combination. We have the gunmetal and silver. We have the silver and blue. We have the turquoise and silver, which is my favorite, a fantastic color. And we have the gunmetal and silver. So there's 4 different styles that we will be bringing to you tonight in the European variation, I would call them. It's the 50mm reserve Akula 45. Let me give you the model numbers real quick because I have 4 different numbers. 45212 is silver and gunmetal. We have 45213 is blue and silver. 45216 is the turquoise variation, and the last one is the 45217 silver and dark gunmetal. Again, reserve collection, Rene. You asked the question before. Can you recognize? To me, without knowing that this is a reserve collection, I immediately recognize. Why? Let me tell you. We have the hand settened bezel. It's done by hand. It gives you a feeling that the metal is almost frozen. It looks really, really special, delicate. Then we have the mirror dials. Check out the colors, guys. They're so special. This shows me that I'm dealing with a high-end watch. I have the beautiful hand-polished middle link in the stainless steel band and the matte finished hand-settened side of the band. Great, great finishing. And the movement finally, that makes it off for me, that tops it off. The movement is made by ETA, especially for Invicta. It's model number G10212. It's a quartz chronograph variation that we are really proud to bring it to you here in the Let's Talk Invicta show, to introduce it here in Europe in the new 50mm variation. I think it's a fantastic size, and I'm even more excited about the pricing, Rene. It's absolutely, for a timepiece like this, and I will show it around my wrist, you will immediately recognize that it's something special, and I'm taking the favorite. Where's my turquoise variation, Quinten? This one, right? Yes, the turquoise variation is absolutely stunning. The size, check it out, Rene. You see that once you turn the watch, the color of the dial fades to turquoise blue. Really, really, really special.
But
the
also
G10212. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, also the not only the dial, but the ring. It's
the bezel.
The bezel. Excuse me.
Yeah, satin finished. Yeah, really, really, really special. And you know the color. To me, again, the turquoise variation, the turquoise and silver mirror is my favorite. But there's 3 beautiful colors available to you. And again, I told you the pricing tops it off. I'm going to offer this watch to you, available in the coming 24 hours in 4 different colors for the fantastic price of 199 euros.
You're kidding, really?
Rene, and we're talking about reserve collection. Highest end materials, beautiful movement, flame fusion crystal, hand satin and hand polished. Beautiful color combinations. I mean, the turquoise to me, again, stands out. 199 euros. I was going to send those watches to our stores on Thursday. I'm going to tell you, Rene, I think, and we have quite a batch because we're introducing them in Europe. I think they will be selling out soon. At this price point, and I'm really thankful to our CEO in USA to make it, to make it happen tonight here at Let's Talk Invicta, to bring you this timepiece for the fantastic price of 199 euros.
Wim,
and please, Max, can you put the watch in front of the? Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, nice.
That's not a watch. That is a piece of jewelry.
Absolutely, I totally agree. So, Wim, you were talking about the ETA movement. So I was thinking ETA. All right, ETA is also known for his quality, and also it's put in high-end brands. So this price of 199, I didn't expect this.
No, we are preferred partner with we are preferred partner with ETA as well. We have a, as you know, we are not we are certified partners with all the movement manufacturers. We don't have to buy through a middleman or through a company that just imports movements. No, we buy directly from ETA. They modify movements for us. From Ronda, as we all know, the Z60 is the perfect example of our partnership. From Seiko, we all work directly with those manufacturers to make it happen that we have the most beautiful movements available. And then knowing that it's in this price range, although it's only for 24 hours, I have to warn you, you have to be fast on those models because I personally think they will be selling out soon. You can see the color variations on our website, invictastores.eu. If you click on the Let's Talk Invicta tab, you can also go to the QR code on the left side of your screen, or if you're watching on Facebook, you just type buy Akula and we will be sending you a link to go to the website directly.
Yeah.
We accept all major payment methods, Rene, and although tonight was more about introduction than about, pushing and selling watches, I also want to tell you that we have free shipping on all watches that you saw tonight in our show. And if you want to see the watches in real life, if you want to talk to us, if you want to come to one of our stores, let me invite you to our Invicta event this Wednesday, August 23rd, from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 7, 8 o'clock at night. JM Korea will be visiting us. We will have a great collection waiting for you. We have a pop-up store waiting until Sunday, where we have decoration made by the team, the Juan Manuel's racing team. Everything will be there in the store, and we are there to follow up on your request.
And you are also there, so if you want to have a really important man to meet and greet, there he is.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, Rene. Okay, guys, this was the show for tonight. I was really happy with the introductions that we could make. Honestly speaking, I wanted to do this introduction already last week, but the watches didn't come in time.
Yeah.
So I apologize to the customers that were waiting for us to open the show last week. We announced that we wouldn't do the broadcast, but okay. The watches didn't come in time. They were way better in time for this show tonight. It was a great show for me. A great introduction. I hope to see you on Wednesday in our store in Amsterdam. And if not, we're back on next Monday again, Rene, with another great show of Let's Talk Invicta.
Yeah, and normally I would say bye-bye, swai, but for now I would say the last word is on GM. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, this is JM, and as you all know, next week is the Zandvoort Grand Prix. So I have partnered up with my friends at Invicta, and I'm going to be doing a meet and greet on Wednesday, August 23rd in the Style outlet near Amsterdam. And I'll be at the Invicta booth, signing some autographs, taking pictures. So come through, come look at some watches and get to meet me.